what I hear in the wind would be one of two people. One would be Braun Breaker, the son of Rick Steiner. The other one would be CM Punk, who is chomping at the bit to wrestle John Cena.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Wrestling Time Machine by Sportskeeda. Of course, you can find us under WrestleBinge on YouTube and anywhere you download your favorite podcast. I'm your host, Mac Davis, along with my co-host, well, one of my co-hosts, and that is legendary. He's just kind of a legend in his own mind. He'll tell you that in a heartbeat, but he is a legendary photojournalist, wrestling journalist, whatever you want to call him. He is the one, the only. Who are you? Bill Apter. Hey, Bill.
Thank you. And by the way, we have a mutual friend, Stu, who does Stu's Wrestling Podcast. Yes. And I want to let you know that I'm very grateful to all the nice things you said about me.
Yes, Stu is a fantastic guy.
Before we go into today's time machine, I have something here.
Oh, Lord. Now, for those of you who do not have the use of video right now, Bill is holding up a VHS tape.
Well, wait, if you've been watching Monday Night Raw, you know what this is.
Oh, well, yeah. But those who are just listening, they don't know what you got in your hand.
Oh, I got a VHS tape. So I'm going to ask the truck to put it into the thing so Michael Cole can watch it. No, they've been, as you know, with the Wyatt family, they've been bringing out videotapes. And since this is the time machine, every once in a while, and by the way, I want to acknowledge that Teddy Long is not with us this week. He's out on assignment doing something. We'll find out when he gets back. Holla, holla, Teddy. We're hollering at you. We miss you. But this, since we're the time machine, people say, why don't you do some stuff, retro stuff? So I'm going to put this back in the VHS box and show you what I have. Look at this.
Rockin' Wrestling. Boy, look at that. Hulk Hogan on the front, the cartoon. That's from the cartoon series?
Yeah. This is, do you remember this?
I do remember that time period. I didn't watch much of it, but I do remember that.
You were a child at the time.
Yes. Well, I was maybe not quite a child, but I was in my teens probably at that time. What year was that?
I think, though, that when people talk about sports entertainment, this was one of the things that brought sports entertainment so much popularity with the youngsters because it was on Saturday nights. No, Saturday afternoons, mornings.
Yeah, or Saturday mornings. Yeah, it was a part. Yeah, he was a part of the morning lineup. See, my morning lineup when I grew up, this is funny because my grandkids to this day still watch the cartoons that I watched over the new ones, like Scooby-Doo and stuff like that. The Jetsons and Tom and Jerry. That's Bullwinkle. Still huge with the kids.
Bullwinkle.
And Bullwinkle, yes, Bullwinkle too. Bill, I want to bring something up just and this is not a part of wrestling, but I imagine this is not just the case where I am, but I want to show you an envelope. Here, I'll just show you this envelope first. Let's see if I can get it up in there and see if you can read.
Envelope or envelope, kids?
Yeah. Now, Atlanta, you'll see it says Atlanta, Georgia, excuse me, and the date, if it come back in better quality, come on, give me some. Anyhow, it says May 9th, 2024.
2024, right.
That's when it went through the post office after it was mailed, and it went through their little machine on May 9th. Okay. I just got this today. Today of this recording is July, what is today, the 9th, Bill? Is that today? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, July 9th. Yeah. So it took from May 9th to July 9th for me to get an actual mail, a letter. They want to raise the prices on these things too, these stamps, and they can't do their damn job. I know it's not just Georgia because I hear a lot of people fussing about it, but the postal system, come on, guys.
This is why email has become. My dad was a postal employee in Midtown Manhattan for 36 years. So once he retired, that was it. It was over. What are we talking about today, Mac Davis? What do we got on the run sheet?
I want to ask you about something that's not on our run sheet to start it off with. The WrestleMania documentary. The documentary on WrestleMania that they put out, WWE. Did you have a chance to see that, Bill?
I did. It was very artistically done. It was really, really well done. I love the crew that puts these documentaries together. There's like no better documentary company, or production, even on their wrestling shows, that does anything better than that. Yeah, I thought it was very good. I enjoyed it. I liked most of the backstage stuff, and you're probably going to ask me about the stuff that was like giving stuff away, breaking kayfabe, but like Teddy Long would say, it's entertainment, and that's where it is today.
I'll tell you, I was disappointed in it. That's just me personally. I was expecting a little bit more of behind the scenes and what was going to happen. I didn't see that. I saw a story. All it was about basically The Rock, Cody, Seth, not even really much about Seth, which I thought was kind of odd. And also...
well, stop right there. Wait, Mac, stop right there. You mentioned the people that were in it. Most people think that particular documentary was all about The Rock.
Yes.
And his presence.
That's what I got from
Cody
it.
Rhodes. Yeah, and that Cody Rhodes almost should be offended. Was Cody Rhodes offended that documentary was mainly about the Rock?
Yeah, it seemed to me. Now, maybe it's just me, and I hate to say this because I do like The Rock, and I like everything that happened leading up to WrestleMania. But it came across almost kind of condescending to Cody, like Cody was just an afterthought. And Seth, if you look at the whole thing, Seth was a major part of that entire package. But yet, during the entire special, you may have had about 3 or 4 minutes of Seth. I don't understand that. I do feel like it was after all this time, we waited and waited for this special. It's supposed to come out, I think, actually in the beginning, Bill, like a few days after WrestleMania, it was supposed to air.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure what their schedule was, but it was just to rerun back here. It was very, very artistically done, well produced, but I thought it was, about The Rock, pretty much, and his involvement in it. And I didn't like, again, because we're both old school, but we've moved on to the new school, is some of the things where they showed like Seth Rollins getting along with Roman Reigns and stuff like that. But again, this is what the world is.
I just was really disappointed in the whole thing. I thought it was really self-serving for The Rock. Now, maybe this is a part of a long plan that we don't know, and that promo or that special that basically was about The Rock is something that's setting up something in the future. That's the only thing I can figure, because other than that.
Yeah, maybe Cody's jealousy versus The Rock, so to say.
Yeah, because the time is coming around where they got to start heating this up again. SummerSlam's not far away, so if they're going to do anything at SummerSlam, you got to start heating that up, and maybe that's what it is. But
no, The Rock's not going to be involved in SummerSlam. I don't.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Check out BrainBuster, the daily quiz that tests your WWE knowledge with winning streaks, stats, and more. It's time to see if you're up for the challenge.
All right, let's talk about somebody that returned to announce that he is leaving, finally, for good, and that is John Cena.
Check it out.
What were your thoughts?
Check it out. Look at my thumb.
I see your thumb, but that's all I see.
Well, right behind me, you can see him.
I can't see anything.
Cena. He's right behind me.
Oh, I see you.
He's right behind me. Yes. So I have a theory that I'm going to talk about here.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about on the Unscripted show. And my newsletter, that if you fans don't subscribe to, you can get it. Just Sportskeeda/newsletter. Subscribe to it. Mine comes out every Wednesday. And my editorial this week was about the real reason I think John Cena is coming back for about a year. And that's one of the reasons I don't think The Rock is going to be back until late this year or sometime next year. Cena's going to have the spotlight, but I'm going to tell you why. And this is strictly out of my crazy pro wrestling brain.
Sure.
When the WWE was doing fabulously, when The Rock came, it opened up the door again to more people who weren't familiar with wrestling and sports entertainment. There was a buzz. It was all over Hollywood. It was all over everywhere that The Rock was there, and it was amazing how the ratings, how everything went up when The Rock was there. It was a great period in WWE time. After he left, things kind of leveled off, but they're still really, really, really good. So at this point now, The Rock's not around. He's going back doing movies. This is the time, if John Cena wants to slip in, that you can ask the non-wrestling fan, name a wrestler who's in WWE, and they'll say The Rock. Well, he's not there anymore. Now the guy's going to be John Cena. So I think he was brought in specifically because he was looking to do the retirement thing. And with The Rock gone, let's get another billboard name, another guy to carry the ship. Because as great as all their talent is, there's not one guy you can name there that has the billboard name of The Rock or John Cena. That's what.
Well, let me ask you now. Cena has said that he plans on wrestling through the entire year of 2025.
Yeah.
Do we see at some point Rock and Cena one more time?
Possibility. I think that Cena, for his final match, what I hear in the wind, would be one of two people. One would be Braun Breaker, the son of Rick Steiner. The other one would be CM Punk, who is chomping at the bit to wrestle John Cena.
All right, you brought up his name, so let me bring up CM Punk a little bit more here.
What do you think about CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, or CM Punk to go against John Cena in his swan song?
I really don't know, Bill. My first thought would be, Drew McIntyre would be my choice. I just think that Drew, there's something about Drew that they haven't tapped into yet that you can feel is there. A big run. There's something there, and it's just waiting to happen. And maybe that's somebody that Cena could put over, that really make him go over strong and make him something more than he is right now. Because I just think that, there's much more money in that than there would be Braun Breaker. Braun, to me, I'm not sure that he's ready for that in the next year. Maybe he will be. I can't figure out what they're doing with this character. Bill, you brought this up before. They turn him on and then they turn him off sometimes. He's got the heat and then he doesn't have it. He's got that intensity and then he loses it.
I don't think he ever lost it, Mac. I don't think he ever lost it. I was very surprised that he was pinned. My prediction, if you remember, was that he was going to get disqualified. And then on a recent Monday Night Raw, you saw him throw a chair at Sami Zayn from outside the ring when he attacked him. So I don't know, they're still giving him kind of 50-50 matches. But it used to be when you had somebody with his looks, his talent, and his ferocity, you don't get him pinned.
No, but hey, like you say, it's a different time than what we're used to.
Yeah, this isn't on our list. MJF turning heel recently on AEW. That I didn't see it coming. I'm going to be honest with you.
Why did it happen, Bill? Why? What was the why did they need to do that? And secondly, why do they need to do it with the talent they attached him to?
I'll tell you why. Okay, they were going to headline Wembley with MJF against Daniel Garcia.
Yes.
MJF is a superstar. Daniel Garcia is under that. Okay, they had to heat something up. So they have MJF, of course, in the corner of Daniel Garcia, going against Will Ospreay for the international title. And Punk wants to make sure that Garcia wins it. What's that?
Not Punk.
No. Did I say Punk?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Daniel Garcia and MJF was in his corner. I may have said Punk. So, same thing.
Yeah.
So he's in the corner there, and he wanted to ensure that Daniel Garcia was going to win the belt by hook or crook from Ospreay. So when he goes to Wembley Stadium against Daniel Garcia, he figures it's an easy win. So now he offers Garcia the brass knuckles ring, and Garcia refuses to take it. Boom, Ospreay takes advantage of it, pins him, and then MJF goes crazy and beats the crap out of Daniel Garcia, making this what I think will probably be a three-way now between the three of them. So that heats up this as a main event, because MJF versus Daniel Garcia could not be a main event. But with Will Ospreay in there, it makes it a viable main event. And, the fans are all going to look at MJF like, that son of a bitch there, he fooled us this whole time. I can't believe he was always like that. I like him better as a heel. I'm glad they did that with him.
I like him better as a heel too, but I feel like they rushed it for some reason. It just felt like it was a knee-jerk reaction to having to switch, because just a week before he was getting just cheers like crazy. Yeah. There was no setup at all for me, and I thought there needed to be a little setup. But like you said, time is against him.
Totally unpredictable. I love it. That's the way it's supposed to be. Unpredictable.